Hello and welcome everyone to Book Marketing Fridays. I'm Shannon. I'm writing under the pen name of S.C. Huston, author of A Curse of Scales and Feathers and A Curse of Wings and Gems, and the recently released The Florist Budding Desire. And the purpose of today's stream is to look at what I've done for book marketing, which I've been concentrating on Facebook ads recently, and what I've done since last Friday, and then give my intentions for what I plan to work on during the 1 hour sprint for book marketing, and then work on that. So if you're here, hello, Victoria, how's it going? I don't know if you'll be working on anything today, but you're welcome to share it. So to go over what I've been doing, so the Facebook ads I've had running for the last few weeks were only on the Florist Budding Desire. I actually started this before it launched, so I was doing pre-orders on it, and it launched at 99 cents and had the pre-order at 99 cents. It's still 99 cents. I'm going to keep it at 99 cents until probably the beginning of May, because I have another book that's launching in April. So I'll keep it at 99 cents in case like people buy the book that comes out in May. They may want to go back and get this one, so that will still be there. And it's just kind of my way of trying some different things out. This is the first book I've had since 2023. I think it's 2023. That's in Kindle Unlimited. When I first started publishing, everything was in Kindle Unlimited. It was easier, especially, being an author and publishing for the first time. There's so much to learn. And so I started with Kindle Unlimited, and then knew that the 2-year mark I was going to move my books out and go wide. And I actually did it about 6 months sooner. And that was the 2-year mark after publishing the last book, which would have been November of 2022 is when I published the 3 books together as an omnibus, basically. So, but then I was out by like June, I think, of the next year. So yeah, so trying out the Facebook ads. I've shown in the past that I had run 4 different ads just to see which one would get the most traction. And 1 and 4 end up having the best rates. Overall, all the rates were really good. All the numbers looked really, really good. And then I started slowly scaling these 2 up. And what I was hoping by scaling them up, that I was going to see increased book sales. And I have had some increased book sales, but not to the level that makes sense for me to continue to scale these, especially for a 99-cent book. Let me see what you says. Hi, Mars. How's it going? Hope all is well. All right. So I did a little write-up on this to make my decision of what I was going to be doing next with them, which I've already done today. I did everything today. So I took a step back and I reevaluated my Facebook ads with a focus on what was actually working versus what was simply getting attention without producing meaningful results. And across those campaigns, what I found was that my click-through rates are actually consistently strong. They are sitting around 7 to 8%, which is like in the really good range. And my cost per click was relatively low. That was between 7 cents and 22 cents. Anything over 20 cents, it's probably not as good. So the 22 cents is kind of pushing it. But anything under 10 cents is really good. So 7 cents is really good. So those numbers told me that the ads themselves were actually doing their job in terms of grabbing attention and generating interest. However, when I compared that to the performance of my actual revenue, which is currently sitting at $18.63. And remember, this is a 99-cent book. Amazon takes their cut. I make like 35 cents per sale. So, and against roughly $340 is what I've spent altogether with combined ad. Now, not all in ads. I did run 3 promotions, and those together were $60. So the rest of that was ad money. So it's clear that, the issue is not traffic. It's the conversion and overall return on investment, the ROI. So from there, I decided to simplify everything. And I did have these two. What I'm showing here are the two ads I have running, but each ad became its own ad set. So it's like each one became its own folder, and I created more ads that look like them. So both of these originally had the primary text, which is like the language at the top of the ad. It's when you see a Facebook ad, it sits on top of the image, which is called the creative. So the primary text is usually the second thing people look at. First, people are drawn in by the creative, and then they read the primary text. So in the primary text for both 1 and 4, I had the language in it at the bottom of that text, a pre-order. So what I did is I kept both of those and I duplicated them. And in the second ad that I made for both of them, I just changed pre-order to available now. And then I did 2 more ads per set. And I just changed the primary text altogether. So now I was just testing the primary text to see which one was stronger. And let me go back to my write-up here. So I had multiple campaigns and ad sets running, which made sense during the testing. But at this stage, now it's diluting my budget and my overall data. And I have enough data now that I can see what is happening and I can make a decision for what I want to do. So I ended up shutting off all campaigns to number 1 because that had the lowest or the worst rates. Like that one was the one that was edging toward 22 cents per click versus number 4, which stayed really low. So I shut off all the campaigns for that one ad set, and because they had the lowest per click and the highest volume, and I was keeping the ones with the highest volume efficient traffic. So that one I shut off, and then the one that I'm keeping is roughly around 9 cents for the cost per click, with a click-through rate of 8%, which is really good. And that makes it the most cost-effective option to continue running a reduced budget. Now, remember, I have 4 ads running under that number 4. So I have the original one that says pre-order language, the one that's almost exactly the same, except it says available now, and then 2 other ones in the primary text. So with that ad set narrowed down, I went to narrow down the ads themselves. Originally, I did have these variations running. Yeah, I've already said that part. So I chose to turn off the one that had the pre-order language, even though that's still my strongest ad, but that's only because really it has the longest historical data in it. So it's had the most exposure. So that's why it's like really, really good data on that. But I decided, I really need to shut that off because that is really a disconnect between expectation and reality. It's no longer on pre-order. And even though it didn't seem to be hurting the rates too much, it could be hurting the conversion rate. Even if, altogether the click-through rates and all the click rates look good. So I decided to go down to just the one that has the available now language. And I didn't write this down. I'd have to open it back up, but I chose one of the other ones. So it's the same image, the same creative, just different primary text. So let's see, while both ads are relatively close. Yeah, I don't need to say all that. I don't know why. I wrote like way more than you guys probably need to know. Oh, I also did mention how I was scaling these. So I started them off for, I think it was $3. So when I had all 4 running, I just had just the 4. I think it was $3 per ad. And then when I knocked out 2 and 3, and then I created ad sets, and then I bumped it up to $5 per ad set. So now it was $5 split between 4 ads, because think of it as like a folder with 4 ads inside of it. So this is ad set. And then I gradually scaled it up to $9. And at this point, I don't think scaling is going to be the best. So I decided to drop it down. So I've gotten rid of 1 ad set, and then I got rid of 2 ads. So I now only have 2 ads running, and I reduced the daily budget to that ad set altogether to $3. So at this point, my goal is no longer to like scale or aggressively optimize, but to maintain just a presence while minimizing losses. So it's all about just discoverability, trying to get in front of people. There's really no downside to making that budget cut. No downside making the budget cut immediately. So this just I already said that part. This allows me to continue generating the visibility and keeping the ad active leading into my next release, which is going to be in April. And then I'll be starting to do some ads on those. So overall, this shift represents moving from testing and learning phase into a control and maintenance phase. They will eventually all be shut off, and the book is no longer 99 cents. But what I've been able to do, in terms of what's working, is seeing what attracts attention and recognizing the limitations of a standalone, because this is a standalone, it's not in a series, 99-cent book with a strong back end or series read-through. There's other books in this world, like all the books I'm writing are in the same world, but this one doesn't, it's not part of a series. I intended it to be part of a series. I started writing the second book and I got bored with it. And I don't think I'm ever going back and write that story. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go back and write anything more with this series. So, but this kind of like just simplifies everything for me so I can align the message, reduce the spend overall, but still get some valuable data and see what is working and get some insights for my next release where the ads, will have a stronger opportunity to become profitable at some point, especially with my next book that's releasing is the first I'm releasing in a series. Now, those are all standalones. They're only really connected by theme of what is happening in each story. So I think that will have better rates altogether. And Ben, hello. Hope all is well. It's good. Is Facebook the best place to advertise? So, you could talk to like 10 different experts on ads, and they'll all tell you something different. There are ads on Amazon, and what they'll tell you different things based off sometimes, their own biases and what they feel, because the way Amazon ads work is that you're paying Amazon to advertise your book, for Amazon to help sell your book, for Amazon to get a cut on your book. So there's that. And a lot of people don't like that idea of having to pay Amazon to run ads to a book that they get a profit on anyways. So there's that. It used to be, from what listening to other people, so not my experience, Amazon ads used to work really, really good. My experience with Amazon ads is that they do not work well. But I'm not like, maybe they would work really, really well if I was, an author that a lot of people were buying from. Because I can see where some like LJ Andrews, like when I started reading her back in 2022, she was just starting to kick off with her books. And she really dug into Amazon ads and then got her name really, really out there. Like she was getting the attraction as I started reading her books. And you could see that was more and more traction coming. And then when she really put in her effort for the Amazon ad spend, it really bumped her way up there for her average monthly income. So that really helped her. Now, there are some changes happening. Amazon's always constantly changing their algorithm. And you might have heard about the A10 algorithm changes. I've heard some people say, oh, the A10 algorithm changed. That's just a myth. And then I've got like 2 articles pulled up right now that I'm going to read later on today, if I've got the time, that are about the A10 algorithm changes. Amazon never says, hey, we just changed your algorithm. This is what we're doing. They don't say that. They don't ever say it. People just pick up on how it's changing. So, but I do know that since AI has come into focus with everything, that one of the things that Amazon, and I think this one is something that Amazon has said, is that they are going to, I don't know if they said it or if they're told spokespeople, because I think I heard this from Brian Cohen, who works with Amazon, saying that how like exposure coming from off the platform is going to have more traction. So that's for Amazon books, selling Amazon books. So like having a Facebook ad is bringing traction from off the platform. And then what it does is that Amazon is placing that off platform conversion higher in the algorithm than like their own Amazon ads. So like if you get, 10 people coming from off the platform, and that doesn't have to be from Facebook ads, that can be from you telling everybody on a social media platform and they all go over to, over to Amazon from a link that you put into your social media posts. Now they're coming from off platform to Amazon. So like if 10 people come from off platform and 10 people come from the Amazon ads, the 10 people that's off platform, they get a higher ranking for your book, like how much Amazon's going to push your book in front of viewers, versus the 10 people who are there from it. So I don't really know all the particulars for it. I would say that of the ads, if you're trying to learn ads, the ones that are easiest to learn are Amazon ads. They do a whole lot of the work for you. Now they do have some more options in there. They are becoming a little more less defined, because it used to be your creative, which is the image, right? Your creative didn't change. It was always just your book. But now they've got more creatives opportunities where you can do a video and you can do like some. And then when I first started, they didn't have those things. So doing Amazon ads was easy for me just to kind of learn some of the lingo, because there's a lot of stuff to learn, right? Click through rate, CPC, the cost per click. What does that mean? So it's like I have to constantly like keep going in there and looking at it and hearing these things over and over again and what it meant for me to understand and wrap my mind around what ads are. But since I started doing Facebook ads, I can tell you I feel a lot better about my ads than I've ever have felt about my ads on Amazon. And I've been running Amazon ads since October of 2021. So I've had some periods where I've shut my ads off, but not for very long. And then I end up turning them back on again. But now I'm considering shutting them off entirely. So, yeah, so that was when I first started running ads. And that was the pre-order link to my debut novel that came out in November of that year. So, yeah, BookBub ads I have not tried. And I've heard mixed results with that as well. I've heard mixed results with Facebook, and Facebook also changes things quite often. I don't think as often as Amazon. So I can't really tell you if it's the best place to advertise or not. I really don't know. Versus I don't know really where. Yeah. So the three main places people do ads are Amazon ads, which is only to your Amazon book, Facebook ads, which is typically going to be people use it for different things, and I'm really looking forward to using it for a newsletter. So if you go to All Rights Well, it's a YouTube channel. She talks about how she uses the Facebook ads to her newsletter. And if you're doing any promos with out there trying to get newsletter subscribers, you'll know, like, you'll kind of get a sense of how much your newsletter subscribers cost. You know, like it could cost $2 to get a person on your newsletter. So you're not paying them, but you're looking at your overall spend of like groups you joined. If you join something like Story Origin or Book Funnel, that, you know, every subscriber you get from these different places, they do have a cost factor, is what you're paying to use all these different places or different promos, where you can get some of the best costs on like Amazon. And I can't remember what she said, or not Amazon, sorry, Facebook, what she said hers cost, but I believe it was under 50 cents per subscriber. And then there's pros and cons to using Facebook ads for newsletters, same as there is with using a group promo, especially one that's not aligned with your specific niche, and things like that. So, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the three is Facebook ads, Amazon ads, and BookBub ads. BookBub ads, from what I understand, those are to the books on BookBub. I don't know though. I'm assuming, because BookBub is a book platform where Facebook is not a book platform. So you can use Facebook ads to go to an Amazon book. You can use Facebook ads to go to a newsletter magnet. You can use it to go to your store if you've built a store. I've heard that that's not really viable though for most authors unless you have a lot of backlists and you're a well-known author. So you can use Facebook ads for like anything that has to do with your author business. Where I think BookBub is on BookBub, the book's there. And then, but you have a lot of more different things you can do with your creative and things like that, like you can on Facebook versus what Amazon used to have. And then Amazon's just on Amazon. So I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that helps any. Lurking and listening, says Mom Maggie. I appreciate the lurk. Hey, JL, good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone today? Doing well. Trying to squeeze in a chill day of cozy revising, fireplace on the TV, comfy clothes, and candles. It does sound really cozy. Okay, so yeah. So I have just started playing around with Facebook ads. I did some last year for a different part of my author business, and I didn't think it was successful at all. I didn't have to think. It was not successful. But everything that I had been learning about Facebook ads was about books, and I wasn't selling a book. So I thought, well, let me try the books, since everything that I'm learning is about books, and see if that works. And I have had much more impressive results with doing Facebook ads for books. And I do it to the Amazon platform because that is what most people know. I could do like a books to read link, or some type of UBL, a universal book link that would go to a platform where someone could choose where they want to buy their book at. But every click you put in the process can reduce the number of people who are converting. So there's that. So I think right now, while Amazon is like the big one in the pond for books, it is the best place for me to send readers. So hi Joanne, how's it going? Good to see you. How's your day been? It's been good. Yeah. So okay, so my intent for this 1 hour marketing is that last week what I spent my time doing was writing the primary text for the ads I'm going to run to my next book that's coming out, which is Wildfire and the Sun Prince. So I need to start. Where did I put it? Usually I put a folder in my book folder that says Facebook ads. And I don't know what I did with what I worked on last week. Because I need to go back through the primary text to make sure it's good. I don't know what I did with it though. And then I haven't created the creatives, or I probably will use some images that I already have, but I'll be adding like text to them. So first I'm going to have to go find the document because I spent a lot of time on that document last week putting together. I think it was 4 or 5 ads I think I put together. Try to remember how many it was. That I wrote the creative, or I wrote the primary text for, and then I'm going to have to try and line up creatives to go with them. And I think I remember I was going to use one image, possibly is what I was thinking, one image for 3 of the creative primary text. So 1 creative, 3 text. But I don't know. I have to go see if I can find that document now because I don't know where I put it. Oh, wait. It's not in the, since this is a series. Yep, there it is. I put it in the series folder, not the book folder. Okay, I found it. And I do have 3 images already in here. Okay, but I don't have any text on them yet. So I need to figure out what text I'm going to put on the images and then figure out how I'm going to do this. I'm still not going to launch these. The book goes live on the 24th of April. And I'm trying to remember. I think I was going to do it 2 weeks out. So 2 weeks out, and put these, I'll do these Facebook ads to be up there for the 99-cent pre-order. Kind of the same way that I did with the Florist Budding Desire. So I'm just here trying to relax as Mars and listen, feeling a bit blah today, hoping that goes away soon. I hope it does. I've been feeling that way too today. And I was like, no. I know that I tend to get like kind of blah, like before a big event or something. I try to like I'm purposely depressing my emotions because I don't want to feel whatever the high of that emotion would be. And it doesn't mean it doesn't matter if it's like a good thing or a bad thing. And tomorrow is going to be a high emotional day for me. It's my kiddo's birthday. And it's not emotional because of that, but I am seriously worried and stressed that he might be upset. And he's been worried about it too. Like if people don't show up for his birthday party. And, he said he wanted to do a birthday party. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, who does he know? And he's got people at school. And so we did invitations and we gave him like 20 invitations to take to school, hand out, and he gave out 7. And I was like, well, Julian, I was like, only like 10% of people come to birthdays, or to come to parties, not birthdays, come to parties. So if you have 10% of 7, you basically might get 1 person who shows up. You want to give out more invitations. There's also some at his therapy clinic. He also has a kiddo in the neighborhood. I'm friends with the mom, and the kids like to hang out. So they're coming. But I don't hang out with anybody else. I was like, everybody I know who might have kids are online and they don't live around us, other than the one mom that I know. So, and then there's another, my husband does like hiking and stuff with a group, and Julian's gone with him sometimes, and they take their kids. And so I think he knows a couple kids from that, that we think might show up. But I'm like stressing if nobody shows up for him, and then it's going to break his heart. And I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know how to make him feel better about that. And that's on top of having people come into my house, because I really don't like people in my space. I really don't. My house is like my sanctuary, and I just don't. It's going to be very uncomfortable for me to have people here in my space, and the anxiety is going to kick in and everything. And so, yes, I'm having high emotions tomorrow. I know that's going to happen. So I'm like blah today because I think I'm depressing everything. So I'm trying to keep my mind on other things to not think about tomorrow. Hi, says Keiko. Hello, came back from work. Yay, 30 minutes overtime. At least it's not 2 hours, but yeah, I wouldn't want the 30 minutes either. Oh my God, people behave like it's the newest lockdown. It's Easter next week. Oh no. I have a new computer. Let's say 1000% won't be saying he's, oh no, coworker. I said computer. I'm like, what? He's not saying who the computer has a gender. It's coworker. I didn't read that right. Since he's here since 2.5 weeks and has broken so many rules, coming in late, basically misusing the mic for the store, and probably most craziest, he, instead of using the knives that are already in the kitchen, marched into the butcher kitchen and just took our butcher's master meat knife to cut a pizza. Oh my gosh, never touched the butcher's master stuff. Like even the supervisors know that. Yeah, that. So sorry. Sounds crazy. Hey, Kat, how's it going? Hey to everyone, she says in the chat, happy Friday. My house flat is my space, and I don't want people here. Oh, if you were saying the same for me, yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, it's just having people in my space is it's hard for me to get comfortable. I never get comfortable with it. But yeah, I hope I appreciate that. I'm hoping that he is happy with what comes out no matter what happens. Actually, computer is male gendered in German. Ah, well, there you go. That's interesting. So, okay, well, I got through all the comments. Let's go ahead and get going for this first sprint. Find the right button so I can hit there we go. It's 1 hour on the clock, and 3, 2, 1. And I say first, but only sprint. So good luck. All right, that's the end of that sprint. How did you do? I just finished putting together the creatives for these new ads, which I'm still not going to do for a couple weeks. But I know I was putting them together to see if you guys want to see them. I don't know if you'd want to. Save as a picture. Save. It took me a little while trying to figure out how I wanted to put the text on there and get it right. I made lots of different versions. And then I also, while I was putting together the pictures to possibly share with you guys, I put all three, because I did this with the which one's that? Oh, it wasn't with the Florist Budding Desire ads, but I did it with the Cursive Scales and Feathers ads. I said, hey, which one do you think will do the best or whatever? And it had picked out one, said this one's going to crush it or whatever. I don't remember what it said, but it was like very enthusiastic about which one was going to do the best. And it was the one that did the worst. So I was just like, I want to see what it's going to say. Look over. There's a lot here. Good to see you. I don't know. Let me see. Add file. Sometimes I can't like do more than one thing at a time. It's like I have to like talk myself through it, like do this and do that, so I can keep on track with it. I don't know. I might almost agree, because I'm looking now at the AI, what it thinks it's going to do the worst or the best. I asked it, which one do you think is going to do the best and which one do you think is going to do the worst? Actually, what it said third place, because I made 3 creatives. I'm going to have 6 ads run, 3 creatives. Those are the images. And then each creative is going to have a different primary. So it's going to have a different primary text. So the only difference between for each one will just be the primary text. But this is for the next book that's going to come out, which is Wildfire and the Sun Prince. And then these are the 3 that I made. And it says it believes that number 2 will come in last place, which I think that one's actually I think that might actually come in second place. I don't know. That's what I think. And what does it say? And it thinks that the number 1 that's on there is going to do the best, which I think I almost agree with that. I don't know. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Okay, let's go catch up with you guys. Left off with talking about how in German, a computer is male gendered, because I thought she said computer when she said coworker. And that's a der computer. And Andy stopped in and say hi. Heather stopped in and say hi all in Discord, doing some admin tasks. Hopefully you're able to get some stuff done. I was doing some research on Slack, as I'm now belong to a couple of groups there. Yeah, I'm attached to some groups in Slack, but I can't keep up with all of it. It's way too much for me. But I think it's very interesting, all the different ways that we can be in contact with each other. Adeshle came in. Hello all. How's it going? Just came back from outside the house, and it's not something I do often. But caffeine was needed. Caffeine. I can't go too long in the day. Like this would be too late in the day for me to have caffeine unless I know I'm staying up. But I like to go to bed around 8:30 my time. So if I have it now, I'm not going to bed at 8:30. Adeshle said, I'll be working on editing Heart Beneath the Ashes. How's that going, by the way? Nicole stopped in. Hello. At work, but boopy but I appreciate that, Nicole. And then Paget stopped in. Hey, y'all. And Paget says to Adeshle, yeah, I think caffeine is in order here as well. Was in DMs and Discord for a bit and made sure I liked the stream. I appreciate that so much, Heather. Thank you. And I hope all is doing well for you, going well for you guys over there. And how are you from Paget to Heather? Hey, Paget. Updates my foot. What is that? Currently tired, but pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I feel that. Well, I know that right now I'm making myself feel that, so I don't get too over emotional about tomorrow. So I hope you've been well, girl. I haven't caught you in a stream for a while, but that's my fault. I've been all over. Same to as Paget saying, same to Heather. Heather says, I'm actually going to see if I can get in a nap for a bit. A nap sounds nice. And then Joanne says, hi, it's Paget. Good to see you. That sounds like you need coffee after all the laptop stuff, to Paget from Adeshle. Kat worked on a couple of to-do items on my list, fed my dogs, and made some tea. So quite productive during that hour. Additionally, it says editing is a usual process. Lots of startup energy to get into it, but decent once I get going. Yeah, I revised my current novel this week, A Curse of Scales and Feathers. It took me it was 20 hours altogether is what I spent on it when I put together all the time. It was 20 hours, but it was 3 days of doing it. And I know it actually took me a while. Like, do I really want to do this? Because I was supposed to start on Monday. Didn't do it on Monday. I did some more brainstorming for another series that I want to write in my world. But I was supposed to start it. It was on my, and I was like, so just trying to get that power going to like go and do revisions. Cause like, I don't want to do revisions. I'd rather just brainstorm and draft. But I did finally get into it. And when I finished it, I was like, oh, I really loved it. I love the story. If I keep things within scope, trying not to punt the whole thing. Right. Yeah. Trying to get into it. Okay. So no thoughts, anyone? Which one you think might do well? I don't know. But yeah, I won't be starting these ads until, I think I picked a date, but I don't remember. It publishes the 24th of April. That's a Friday. Oh, so I'll probably start them on the 10th of April. So 2 Fridays from now is when I'll probably start them. So I want to get to draft my stories too. I think 1 and 3 are better. Oh, okay. And the AI thinks that number 2 is going to do the worst. It didn't say the worst. I asked it to tell me what it think it would do the worst. So let's see what the AI says. Best performer is the wrong man one. That's number 1 up there. Immediate emotional tension, forbidden attraction, always hooks. The word wrong is doing heavy lifting. You emphasize it correctly. Faces are close, intimate, high contrast. Scroll stopping, clear trope signal, forbidden love, wrong choice. Which is good. That's exactly what the story is about. Second place goes to the Lagoon, which is one kiss changes everything. I thought it looked different. I think I should change the spacing on everything and bring the letters closer together because that's like catching me right now. Visually stunning, high fantasy payoff, very romantic reader bait, aesthetic, strong curiosity hook. Why it's not number 1, slightly less tension, more pretty scene. The hook is broader, less sharp than wrong man. This is your wide appeal, scale ad. Oh, so it thinks I can scale with this ad maybe. I don't know what that means exactly, but that's what I'm guessing. And third place is the tamed one, which it calls Forest Girl. I guess it's a girl in a forest. Why is this last? Strong image, but no visible romance element. But there was no visible romance element. Okay, so I'll show you guys, right? So there was no visible romance element with the number 4 on here. Really not with number 2 as well. I guess you can see it a little bit better. So the romance was very visible in 1 and 3, but 3 got knocked out pretty quick, and that was down to 1 and 4, and then now it's down to 4. That's why I'm thinking that with this one, with the girl looking at the viewer is going to do better just because of what has just happened with my ads. It reads more like fantasy adventure or FMC personality driven story instead of romantic relationship hook. So it thinks lower CTR likely might attract the wrong segment of readers. It's possible. Yeah. Okay. That's what it says anyways. Let's see. 2 is great, but maybe not as an ad. We're getting things ready for Kyle to graduate this year. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay. You'll have to let us know how it goes and how does he feel about it. My kiddo wanted a birthday party. Tomorrow's his birthday. And I don't know if Kyle had ever wanted anything like this. I thought about reaching out to you, and then I got distracted and then I forgot. But he wants a birthday party. And then this week he told me he was very anxious about no one showing up. And he didn't really invite a lot of people. Like I only have like one mom friend that lives nearby. And they're coming. And she's got a son that's his age. And so they're coming. And then there's a couple kids from my husband's hiking group that he's with. But I don't know if anybody else is going to come. And he was really, really anxious about it earlier this week. And now I'm having anxiety over it because I'm like, oh my gosh, what if nobody comes? And then that like devastates him tomorrow. So I'm trying not to think about those feelings. And I need to think about what I'm going to say. I've already tried talking to him a little bit, but I don't feel like I got through to him. I like 2 a lot. It speaks to me, but I don't know if it works as an ad. Now I've got the website and started reading more. Now, if I got the website and started reading more. Or the A+ content on Amazon would be different. I've never done A+ content. I probably need to do it for him to graduate. Oh, I did get that. And when I say as an ad, I mean to most folks. Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, just came back. 1 and 3 appealed to me off the cuff. So not number 2. I'm not sure what he thinks about it yet. Yeah, I get it. Mostly because Refusing to be Tamed is something I want to figure out as I read it, but also I am 44, so good to keep in mind depending on your demographic. Yeah. I don't know. Younger demos might feel differently. As far as like the Refusing to be Tamed one. Yeah, I don't know. I know that I have a reader, one of my Omega readers. She just sent me, I have to reply. I haven't replied yet. She just sent me an email. She was like, I couldn't help myself, but I put together some graphics for both this story and the next one, the second one. And I need to write back to her. And I thought maybe there's something in there that would work. But some of the graphics are more vertical, so I don't know. Downloads. Oh, where did I put it? Don't know. I thought I saved the graphics somewhere that she sent me, but I'm not seeing them. Yeah, I don't have them to hand. I thought maybe some of those might work. The first one is the scene, and it's the opening scene where she's a princess and she's sitting in the tree trying to evade having to be there for the sun prince that's come to pick one of the 5 daughters to marry. And she's like, yeah, no, I don't want to be part of that. She put some graphics together. That's awesome. Yeah, she's done it before. She did it for A Curse of Scales and Feathers and A Curse of Wings and Gems. And she made 1 graphic each and sent it to me. This time, I think she made 2 or 3 graphics per story. It was quite a bit. I don't know what happened to it. I thought for sure I downloaded them, but I guess I hadn't. I know I didn't get a chance to reply yet. No. Maybe that's it. Large icons. Yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah. This might do so much better one because she did the first image, which is them with her sitting in a tree, and then the soldier comes by, and so that wasn't my. And I don't know if one of those might be better than that second one. And it also has a different feel to it because all mine are kind of like got like an orangey kind of feel to it. I don't know. I was kind of using the same layout for it, but yeah, let's see. I'll show you the 2. So I've thought about using one of these in places. So there's the first one, and she's sitting in the tree, and the soldier comes by, and then another one. I kind of like that one, although she is a bit darker skinned than that. I don't know. Well, I kind of just skipped the text altogether. I do like the text for the second one. Most people who come to his birthday parties are family, but a couple of his old friends from school come, and sports team members and their families are close friends with us. Yeah, that's what we don't have family here. My older son is here, so he'll be there, of course. But and then he doesn't do sports because he's never really done well with sports, and he does not like doing them. So. Yeah, like I said, I personally like the second one a lot. Okay, but like Padge said, I might not match the demographic. I'm coming to terms with I'm nearing the end of the major demo for many things, 18 to 40. I've already passed it, so I like the first one. That's neat. Oh, the first one that I just did. This one here. This feels very AI to me, and it doesn't quite capture. I don't know. It didn't, not that it has to be exactly like the story, but I don't know. Actually, I like the actual graphic quality of all of them though, of the big image you showed. Oh yeah, I did get that one. Yeah. Oh, cool. To Heather, is this your son's B-Day? No, he's graduating. My son's B-Day is coming up. So I was just asking how that worked for her. I love his photos on IG. He seems like such a fun dude. Oh, sorry, I just realized I'm behind in the stream, so sorry. It's okay. Like a couple minutes. It works out. He and this other kid have really connected, and they just hung out for most of his last birthday in January. Oh, that's really cool. I mean, Julian did really connect with the one mom that I know here in the neighborhood with Burton, and they've connected. Like we've gone trick or treating every year until this last year, and neither boy wanted to go trick or treating. So we haven't seen each other for like almost a year now, over a year. Yeah. Kids' B-day parties stress me out hardcore. Yes, and that's the other part. I'm already stressed with just having a birthday party and people coming into the house. The graphics are all gorgeous. I think so too. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I should use one of those two instead. I like that this is square. And the two that she gave me are not square. But I think there's only one that was square. There's she did for the second story, which is Starling and the Moonblade, and I really love these. These are like perfect. Like that one is like phenomenal right there because there's the moon pond, and then he has wings and stuff. And then this one, he's missing the wings, but then there's the Moonblade, which looks really cool because she got like it looks like runes on the blade, which there's writing on the blade. So this is like perfect for my second story. Both of these are. Other than I'd add wings. So I was going to ask her if I could modify this one and add wings to him. But yeah, I love these two. But yeah, okay, that's enough talking. Yeah, let's see where I leave off. I have to take an Olay stress relief gummy before going to one of my kids' friends' day parties, which is wild because I'm an extrovert, but I get so anxious. I'm not an extrovert. There seems to be like more longing and feeling in the one where he's leaning against the tree. So this one here. Yeah, I do. I feel that too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely behind in this stream. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Fadget. Parks are great for these guys' parties. Lots of stuff to do. Ours are chill. Well, he wanted to do it here at the house, and he wanted to do so like water gun fight or something possibly. And I'm trying to remember what my husband got. I think it's like corn something or other, but it's not corn. It's called corn something. Where you throw like a bean bag, like a small bean bag, and you try to get into the hole, and it's like a sliding ramp. So I think that they have that, and then we also have the pool, but I don't know if we'll get in the pool. I mean, it's been warm during the days here, but at night it gets down 50s and 60s, so I think the pool is still cold. Ours are chill. That's awesome, Heather. I wish I weren't so worried about the other kids, the moms, etc. I wasn't like this before I had a kid. I don't know what it means. I have zero chill. I don't know. Shannon, that's hilarious. Your shirt actually says you're introverted. Oh, yeah, it does. Actually, Julian bought this shirt for me. It says introverted but willing to discuss hippos. He got it from the zoo that's in this area. And I was like, I would love one that said introverted but willing to discuss dragons. I would love that, a shirt like that. But I really like that one as well. The light is awesome. Cornhole. Maybe that's what it is. I couldn't remember what it's called. Do they have chill on Etsy maybe? Like, I will pay, right? And I got this one with the long dark hair and the cherry blossom. I know it's so pretty, isn't it? I think these are so pretty. Yeah. I love both of them. He's never shirtless, but yeah, it kind of matches what's going on. But yeah. And she's wearing more like ornamental clothing, which she's a servant. So her clothing is more utilitarian. But the style is right. So yeah. That's a fun shirt idea. Yeah. Cornhole or corn toss, maybe. I think you're hitting on it, Adesha. I can't remember it. Yeah, it's cornhole. Okay. I think I like the one where he's leaning against the tree too. Okay. Haha, I didn't notice her shirt. That's hilarious, right? I'm sorry. That's why I needed a good laugh today before heading into tomorrow. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead and call it a day. If you're looking for more sprints, the Storyteller's Hearth Write-a-thon is starting tonight, I think in like another hour or so. And then they're going through the whole weekend, lots of writing. This is the first one I'm not doing since I joined like YouTube and knew that they were a thing. I think the first one I did was in March of 2022. And this is the first one I'm not doing because it is my kiddo's birthday weekend. So there's lots I had to do. And so I won't be there. But if you want to get some writing in, it's a huge thing going on all weekend. I'm sure that they're all in the spreadsheet down below. There's also a booktuber spreadsheet down below, so you can find a sprint almost anytime that you're looking for them. I was introduced to old cornhole when I moved out here in Indiana, right? Midwest thing. So, alrighty. Thank you everyone so much for coming. If you're looking for me again, I will be back on Monday with the marathon sprints. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. And thanks for stopping by.